Moving on to creating the content of our first Mailerlite newsletter campaign. We have all our campaign details filled out. You can see the inbox preview to the right, and we have our desired recipients selected. In this case, I also want to track opens. Next, we want to build the actual email design. You can start from scratch, start with something from their template gallery, or also use your own recent emails. In this case, I'll go with something super simple from the template. Let's go with this one, a real estate consultation. Again, the goal of this video is to show you some of the tools you'll need to put together your own monthly newsletter. So we're now in the email design editor. On the left, these are all the pieces that you can add to your email campaign. For example, navigation items, so like logo and menu buttons for the top. Then maybe your hero area, a big image, and like welcome area for the email campaign. Various sections, so choosing whether you need a 2-column or 3-column layout, or I also use these ones all the time, kind of split 2/3. Different text elements, dividers, and spacing. Most often you might need titles and text, as well as spacing and dividers. Then they have some pre-built content that you can use. Some nice layouts with text and buttons, and other special things you can look through. On the right, as you click around in your email, different settings are going to pop up for that content block. So for example, if I click up here where it says Housely, I'm now working on this row that I've selected. You'll also see these little tabs that go with this row popped up. I can save it, I can edit it, I can copy it, delete it, move it up or down. I just moved it down. And now I can move it back up. Or I can change its background color. So let's say I'm in my email design, I'm just getting started. And I suggest you actually hang out in this template and settings area to make sure you're happy with the default styles for your entire campaign. So rather than choosing the font for every single piece of your campaign, you want to set up default settings that will be applied to your whole newsletter. For example, I like a Poppins font. Which has now been applied to all my text down here. I want body background, let's say, to be a bright, no, let's have this stay white. And body be yellow for my particular brand. I can also navigate up here to this little version clock to go back or undo anything that I've done. Again, still just looking at the template styles. You can also make changes to your button styles and some other items, links and such. As with any platform, just explore, explore, explore. Look left, up, right, down, see what setting options are there. You will want to know how to add your own images to a campaign. For example, if I want to swap this out with my own logo, I can go to Replace Image, Upload, and add my own logo there. Click Insert. Same thing, I can select a photo, Replace Image, upload a photo. Let's go with my headshot for this example. Insert. Great. And then, yeah, if I click either piece, I have additional settings on the right here. So from here, I would add links top to bottom to maybe my logo, the images. You can click into any text that you want to change, write my actual newsletter article here. Skimmable titles throughout your campaigns. And yeah, nice booking options. Generally, you want to keep things nice and short. I love that Mailerlite automatically includes the view in browser. You could also customize that text if you wanted. Trouble viewing. Open in browser. I recommend using this preview mode as well as sending a test email to check that you like how everything in the campaign looks before you send it to your list. But let's say I just want this one article, like I'm highlighting my new blog, so read my latest blog. And I can add a link to my button, open it in a new tab, and I'm gonna delete the rest of this email material. You will want to add your social links and add your most appropriate business address or mailing address to your email footer, which is required to have an address by email law. Save. Send a test email. And that email arrived very quickly. We have our test. It flags it for us, but then it has our subject line, September newsletter, open for this month's marketing insights. Since it repeats that in the email, maybe I would change it from open instead of read, and instead use read this month's marketing insights. But everything else looks good. We have an image, we have our text, our button. We would check our social links. This would be a setting that we caught. We need to make sure that this shows up in white, or we could change our background to light gray and use black text. But once we're happy with how everything looks, we can click Done Editing and schedule that September newsletter. to send. So to take a look at the sending process, we can send now, send later, based on time zones. I'm going to say send later. We will send this on September 1st, a Monday, in the morning, let's say 10 a.m. my time zone, and schedule. So about 11 or 12 minutes to wrap up the design and scheduling of that email.